All right, welcome to your Try 1 Algebra 3 final review videos. We're doing 21, 22, 23, and 24 in this video. This one says, suppose that x and y vary inversely. X equals 11 when y equals 4. Write the function that models the inverse variation. Now remember, for your inverse variations, we have like 3 equations we use. The first one is y equals k over x. Now, generally speaking, I want it to look something like this at the end. We also have k equals x times y, and we have x equals k over y. Now, to be quite honest with you, though, here's the thing. Your final is multiple choice. So at the end of the day, your answer could be in any one of these forms, and it could be right. My guess is that would be in the one that's blue, but it could be any of them. I don't know. I don't really make the rules. So we know that x is 11 and 4 is y. So mostly what I need to figure out is k. To be quite honest with you, your answer would be either in the first version or the second one, because you got to erase k. So if I'm trying to find k, I know that k equals x times y, and we know x is 11 and y is 4. So that would tell me k is 44. To get my final answer, we're going to plug k in. So I could go y equals 44 over x. I could also say 44 equals x times y, or x equals 44 over y. These are all valid options for final answers. Again, I would hedge my bets that this one would be the final answer, but the other two could work too. So you should know how to do them. You should know what they look like. If you haven't already, I would add these to your final review sheet or your final note sheet. The next one says graph the function. Remember, when we do these, we're going to have our x, we're going to have our y. Mostly we're looking for a number on the bottom and a number outside. So right now we have like, this thing is the same as, I'm just going to rewrite it, 1 over x plus 0 plus 0. Now the number on the bottom, the opposite of it, gives me my, my horizontal asymptote. So it's going to be this guy here. No, it doesn't. It gives me my vertical. I'm sorry. So it's going to be this guy here. I know that x is going to equal 0. My number on the outside gives me my vertical one, y equals 0. Excuse me, I said that wrong again. Horizontal. So it's going to be this guy here. Now, these graphs look like boomerangs, and I know I have a positive out here. So my graph is going to go like this, and like this. If I had a negative, so if it was y equals negative 1 over x, it would look like this, and like this. But we don't. So really, we just want the red one. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one says graph the asymptotes, or sketch the asymptotes and graph the function. We're doing the same thing as we did in the last one. We're going to have our x and our y. Again, for your x, like asymptote, you're going to have x equals the opposite of what's on the bottom, so negative 3, and that's going to be your vertical one. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, and we're going to draw a line straight up and down. For my next one, I just want to erase to make sure I get the right number. We also have a minus 3 on the outside, so that means that y is going to equal negative 3. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and then draw a line straight across. Now I'm going to just zoom a little bit so I have some space. But notice that on top of my picture we have a negative. That means that instead of my graph being down here and down here, like a positive one, it needs to be in the opposite, like quadrants essentially. So that means that one part's going to be here, and one's going to be here. Again, this is a matching, or like not matching, but a multiple choice test. So you just have to find the picture that matches this one. That's number 23. And 24 says the graph of this function is the translation of y equals 4 divided by x. What is the equation for the function? Really, you're looking at your asymptotes here. So I know that my vertical one, oh no, what did I do? I know my vertical one, let's get my pen here. This guy is at negative 2. So I know x equals negative 2. I know my horizontal one, it looks like is at y equals 3. Remember, your number on the outside tells you your horizontal one, your y equals 1. So I know I'm going to have y equals 4 over, and then we're going to have a plus 3 on the outside. Now the bottom one is going to be the x, but you need to flip the sign. So we have x plus 2. And this guy would be your final answer. Y equals 4 over x plus 2 plus 3. Mostly what I need you to know is that this one is your x asymptote, which is vertical. And you might want to make a note that you flip the sign. This one here is going to be y equals, which is horizontal. And you don't flip the sign. It stays the same.